What's going on, Rejuvenation? I'm Jordan and we are back with another Shoe Care Academy video. Today we are going to be cleaning quite possibly one of the most popular UGG models of all time. We picked these up on Depop for 40 bucks after shipping. We're gonna be cleaning up these UGG Tasmans using our newest product bundle. We have our Suede Revive Bundle. We have our Essential Cleaning Kit, Dry Suede Kit, Mink Oil, and Horsehair Brush that you can pick up in all one single bundle. Save yourself some money. If you like today's video, hit the thumbs up button and drop a comment. Are you still rocking with UGGs in 2024, or should we have left those back in the 2000s? Now, without further ado, let's get into this cleaning. Now, as I mentioned, we did buy these secondhand. There is some serious watermarking on the toe boxes of both of these. Looks like there's some grease trapped into the material. The stitching on this hard stitch right here is just peeling out. So we will have to be super careful when we're cleaning that so that we don't remove all of the stitching. The watermarking is significantly worse on this one. The interior is absolutely disgusting. Now, you already know for before and after purposes, we only clean one. So I'm gonna go ahead, set this shoe off to the side, and then we're gonna set up our cleaning station and get to scrubbing. We have our 4-ounce bottle of solution, which can clean over 50 pairs of shoes. We have our 3 different brushes. We have the soft, medium, and stiff so that we can tackle every aspect of the sneaker. Microfiber towel to pat the sneaker dry, as well as dry the outsole. We paired this with a couple other products from our lineup as well that don't come in the bundle. We have our cleaning mat to keep our cleaning station nice and clean, our drying rack and bowl combo to hold our water and solution, as well as our brushes during and after the cleaning, our adjustable shoe tree. Shoe trees are a must for getting the best clean. Also, these UGGs are super misshapen, so we're gonna put the shoe tree in and try to reshape it. We're gonna insert our adjustable shoe tree so that we can give this UGG the most deep and effective clean by putting as much pressure as possible. These are a size 7 in women, so we do have to go pretty small. Shoe tree is inserted. It's already starting to reshape this entire UGG. We're just gonna insert 2 squirts of solution into our 4-ounce bowl of water. All we have to do is start scrubbing to see how this shoe cleans up. We're gonna be taking our soft bristle brush and cleaning the entire upper on this shoe. Now, the main benefit of the soft bristle brush is it is super delicate, so it won't cause any damage to this material. However, I do wanna say cleaning suede material is really tricky, especially when it's this light. If you clean it wrong, you're going to see the water marking. So it's super important. We're gonna clean the entire shoe evenly and pat dry as we go so that we don't experience more water marking on the materials. When you're cleaning sneakers or boots with delicate materials such as suede or nubuck, it's always a good idea to start with the soft bristle brush, especially if you don't know how the shoe is going to react or that there's a color on it, because color bleed can happen, or if you're just unsure about how to clean a shoe, always start with the soft bristle brush. Just be really delicate. The brush itself will do most of the work, so don't apply a ton of pressure and you won't damage your shoe. Specifically when you're cleaning UGGs, whether it's the slipper or the boot, even with the shoe tree inserted, they do kind of fold into themselves. They're not super sturdy. So when you're cleaning them, you can push out the materials and put your hand in there to get a deeper, more effective clean. Last thing I'm noticing is that the back tab is not only crushed, but it's also super dirty. That part is a little bit worrisome. I'm gonna keep scrubbing and hope for the best. I think I did everything that I can on the upper materials using the soft bristle brush. As I mentioned, it looks super, super, super dark. That's just because it is wet. It will lighten up. Once it lightens up, we'll be really able to see if we got rid of the staining back here, as well as that water marking. I'm just gonna be removing the shoe tree and tackling the sheepskin material on the inside to get a deeper, more effective clean. As I mentioned, the insides of these are super grimy. I've seen some people say that they put them in the washing machine to get a better clean on here, or they brush it out with, I think it was a cat brush in a comment. Cleaning the inside of these really isn't going as planned. I'm just trying to get the soft brush as deep into the boot as I can to get some of that staining out, but this hair stuff is just kind of matting. I'm gonna keep trying to clean the sheepskin materials and see what happens. All right, I scrubbed the inside to the best of my abilities. We got it a little bit cleaner, I think. Really won't know until it dries. It looks a little matted in there, so we'll see. I am gonna hit the collar just to get a deeper, more effective clean. But also, since it is suede, I wanna make sure that I clean every part of the upper the same way so that we don't see a watermark or lighter material on the collar. Okay, I think I gave the inside a pretty thorough cleaning. Did the best I could. Now, once it dries, we will see how the material puffs back up, because right now it's looking a little flat, but it smells better. So now we're gonna be moving on to the medium bristle brush and hitting this midsole as well as this super hard stitch right here to get a deeper clean. It is a little bit dingy around this stitch, so it's gonna need some extra attention. Medium bristle brush is truly our all-purpose brush. It is the second stiffest in the 3 brush pack, but it works really well on cleaning most materials. Highly recommend this on rubber, leather, some mesh, some knit. Sometimes you can use it on suede, but for these ones, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna be taking on this sugarcane EVA foam midsole. The main reason that I didn't use the medium bristle brush on the uppers is because of the stitching that's already coming out, as well as the embroidery. It's already kind of pilling, so I don't want to use another brush and risk that pilling even more, since that embroidery really makes the slipper. I went ahead and wiped all of the suds off of the shoe. It looks a lot better. The midsole isn't super dingy. So now all that's left to do in this pre-treatment is to move over to the outsole using the stiff bristle brush to really tackle this. The outsole is the dirtiest part of your shoe. You can step in gum. There's a ton of germs on the sidewalk. So it is really important to clean that to really just finish the job. We do get some comments that you wouldn't clean the bottom of your shoes, but I have to disagree with you. The outsole is made of the same material as the midsole. It's that sugarcane EVA foam, so it's really soft. However, it's still durable enough to stand up to the stiff bristle brush. Our stiff bristle brush works really well on this material. However, it also works really well on rubber. We use it on every rubber outsole that we clean, as well as rubber midsoles. So I highly recommend using this when you're trying to get really deep into crevices, or if you're cleaning a super durable material that needs a deep clean. The stiff bristle brush did a really good job breaking down the dirt. There was a little bit deeper staining. It might be gum. I'm not really sure. It's right over here, it's a little bit down here. So I'm gonna be taking this handy dandy pick that I stole from Vic's restoration kit, and I'm just gonna be scrubbing that to try to remove it to the best of my abilities. Typically we use this pick to get rocks, gum, anything that we can out of rubber crevices. But since this is a foam outsole, I do have to be really careful. I can't really apply any pressure or I will poke a hole straight through the foam with this pick. So I'm just going a little bit back and forth. Doesn't look like it's doing a ton, but it's coming off just a little bit. I might just have to scrub it more with my finger and the microfiber towel. All right, the outsole is all done, which means that the entire shoe has been cleaned with our essential cleaning kit. Now, all that's left to do is let it dry so that we can really see the results. Since it's still wet, we can't 100% see how this cleaned up. We're gonna set it outside to dry. When you're drying suede, make sure that you're always drying it evenly or you will experience that water marking. We recommend drying it in the sun if it's warm outside, or setting it in front of a fan. Any way you do it, just make sure that you're drying the shoe evenly. All right, we went ahead and let the shoe dry overnight. Overall, it looks really good. But before I bring it in, I do want to go over some comments that we've been getting. I'm going to bring in my laptop and read those and we'll answer your questions. Someone had a discolored UGG and has no idea how to restore the color. Considering buying Mink Oil, but I assume Mink Oil would only be used in the condition to waterproof Uggs. Mink Oil is not necessarily for waterproofing your Uggs. It works really well to revive the suede. It does help bring in the color if you're seeing any discoloration, but it also reconditions your suede to make it last longer. So if you're considering buying Mink Oil, I highly recommend that product, especially for Uggs. If you are looking to waterproof your Uggs, whether they're brand new or you just clean them and you want to protect them from rain, snow, or any other unwanted stains, you can pick up our aerosol water and stain repellent to protect all of your suede shoes, or you can pick up our water-based pump repellent. We do ship that internationally and it does the same thing. Now let's bring in that shoe and check out the results. After it dried, the shoe does look a lot better. The water marking is completely gone from the toe box. You don't really see it at all. The only thing I am noticing is it is a little bit darker than the original color. That could just be because this suede is really, really crunchy. So we're gonna be using the suede products from our lineup. We're gonna use our dry suede kit, mink oil, and horsehair brush that all come in the Essential Suede Revive Bundle that I showed you in the beginning. Then if we need it, we might use our brass brush just because these are real crunchy. First, we're gonna start with our dry suede kit. There is some deeper staining still on this back portion. I'm gonna try to use our dry suede eraser and erase that deeper stain. The dry suede eraser is essentially just a giant pencil eraser. You don't need to apply a ton of pressure, just move back and forth. I highly recommend this product if your shoes aren't overly dirty and you just need to do a quick and effective clean, especially on suede or nubuck, but they're also really good for resetting the nap or removing deeper staining that may be in the shoe after the entire pre-treatment. All right, the suede is feeling a little bit better than it did. It doesn't feel as crunchy, but still not back to the texture that it was when we got these. So I'm gonna use our brass bristle brush to really reset the nap. Dry suede kit works really well if it's not this crunchy, but the main benefit of our brass brush is it's super stiff, so it works really, really well. However, you do have to be incredibly careful with this. Don't apply pressure, you will cause damage. On this specific shoe, I'm really trying to avoid the embroidery pattern. It's already fraying pretty bad, so I don't want to accidentally hit that with the brass bristle brush, as well as this hard stitch. The stitch is just peeling off, so I am gonna have to cut that later. But when I'm using the brass brush, just really being mindful of those areas and trying not to hit them to the best of my abilities. This brush is gonna be the same thing as the dry suede kit, same method. Move it in multiple directions, don't apply too much pressure, and then as you go, just run your finger over the suede to see if it's getting closer to the texture that you want. Keep going until you reach your desired results. All right, now that the suede is all reset, I do want to pay attention to some of the details, so I'm going to use a little bit of restoration tips from Vic, as well as his little tiny scissors here to remove the loose threads from the stitch and the embroidery. Just going to make the shoe look better overall. Also, if you have those loose threads, it's more likely that they're going to pull and you're going to cause more damage to the shoe, so I always recommend cutting them off. But now I'm gonna insert our adjustable shoe tree back into the shoe, and then we're gonna apply some mink oil using our horsehair brush to really rub it into the materials. That will allow us to recondition the materials as well as bring back some of the color that has faded from the shoe. When using mink oil, you wanna hold the can 6 to 8 inches from the shoe. We do recommend that you spray this in a highly well-ventilated area. Hold it away from the shoe and apply just a couple of coats. Let it dry in between until you see the results that you want to see. Once you finish spraying, you'll take your horsehair brush and just massage it into the material. Not only is mink oil a great tool for reviving the color of suede and conditioning it, but it also reconditions leather. So if you have an older pair of sneakers and you spray some mink oil on it, it'll help recondition that leather as it starts to age. This really just makes sure that you're pushing the mink oil into the materials and massaging it in as you go. If you don't have a horsehair brush, you can use our medium bristle brush, but this brush is just all around gonna be a lot softer. All right, I'm pleasantly surprised by the results of the shoe. Now, the only thing I want to take care of is the inside. It did fluff up a lot better than I was expecting. However, this bottom portion is still super matted. So I'm just gonna be taking our soft bristle brush and brushing the inside to see if I can kind of bring back that fluffy texture. The interior is feeling much more fluffy. So now I'm gonna bring in the before shoe so we can check out these results. As you can see, this shoe and this shoe are a night and day difference. There's a ton of deep stains on this one. The water marking on the toe box was specifically a huge problem on both shoes. We were a little bit worried. We don't know how long the watermark had been there, so it's a little concerning. However, it came out really well on this shoe. Also, the back is completely crushed and kind of greasy, but all around the shoe itself is just really dingy. The interior is absolutely disgusting. So I would personally say, compared to this one, we did a great job. This sneaker, the water marking is pretty much gone. You can't see it at all. The interior is back to white and fluffy. We removed all of those loose threads. And back here, although it isn't perfect, it does look a lot cleaner, and the outsole is no longer a nice black tone. If you have a pair of Uggs in your collection that needs some love, or you're picking up a pair of Uggs, make sure that you're picking up the right products. Get our water and stain repellent to protect them. And then if you want results like this, I highly recommend our newest bundle. It's our Essential Suede Revive Bundle. Comes with our Essential Cleaning Kit, which has all 3 brushes, a microfiber towel, and 4 ounces of solution, which means you can clean 50 pairs of shoes, whether you're cleaning leather, suede, nubuck, mesh, canvas, knit, whatever you're cleaning, or even Crocs. You can use this kit. Also comes with our dry suede kit to reset the nap on suede and provide a quick and effective clean on these delicate materials. Mink oil to bring back the suede color and recondition it, and the horsehair brush to finish the job. Plus, we paired it with our cleaning mat and our drying rack and bowl combo to store our water and solution during the cleaning, and our 3 brushes after the cleaning. You can pick up all of these products, so much more, at reshootinator.com. Use my link in the description to save yourself 10% off. If you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment. Let us know if you think Uggs are back in or if they should have stayed in the 2000s. If you leave a comment, we'll pick one lucky winner to win our entire Essential Suede Revive bundle. I'm Jordan, and I'll see you guys again soon in the next Shoe Care Academy video. Bye!